Hello everyone, my name is Jonathan Lehman, and in this video I'm going to be showing you 7 different competitive marketing strategies that you guys can use to help within your pest control business and to hopefully get more customers out of it. So without further ado, let's go into it and I'll kind of show you what I did for this little article here. So first thing I have on here is strengthen your online visibility with SEO and content marketing. So what does that really mean? SEO and content marketing means that you pretty much just have to create some service pages around your area, so then you can pretty much gain more traffic. So, for instance, let me type in here fumigation services, Palm Coast, Florida. Now, when we scroll down here, the first thing that we see is Yelp. It's a big company, but that just says pest control. It really doesn't say fumigation services, which means someone could be looking for that specific service and it's not even popping up. So let's come over and check here the actual real guy besides Yelp.com. And now let's check a backlink checker to see what this brings in for us. So we're going to copy and paste this right into here and click check backlinks. And if we see here, they have literally no backlinks. So you can just make one of these types of articles and it should be extremely easy to rank overall. So definitely consider this as one of your options whenever you're trying to do some SEO and furthermore content marketing. So on to point number 2. When we come over here, we see create educational content about common pest and prevention to share on social media. So if I come over to the right here and I write how to kill bed bugs in your home, and you come over here and you scroll down, notice this is what pops up first is how to get rid of bed bugs, and these are YouTube videos. So you have your Google Screen Dads here. You have a little search snippet on top. Then people frequently ask, but there is a YouTube section that a lot of people tend to regret. And on top of that, you could just create some helpful articles in general. Maybe for I live in Florida, so maybe there's a way that we can kill off bed bugs in Florida a special way. Maybe due to the humidity. I've worked with some pest control companies that are actually able to use a different type of killer. They'll use like botanicals instead of even trying to use any type of actual like poison, essentially. And actually, that's a very big thing now within the pest control community is finding things that are like healthy and safe for people to use. And you can actually be that person within your local area. So anyways, let's come on to our next portion here. And it's promote awareness by branding company vehicles with eye-catching signage. So what does that really mean? It means that you should be advertising wherever you go. You should have it on your cars. You should even put signs out if you can possibly. I know some companies like to even create radio ads. They'll spend tons and tons of money on radio ads on a very consistent basis. So this is something you guys should really look into to boost your marketing. But it seems simple, but just a lot of people don't even think about their branding. And I think that's huge. So anyways, on to point number 4. Encourage customer referrals and repeat business with referral discounts or loyalty programs. Guys, I can't tell you how many people do not ask for referrals, not just in this industry, but most industries. You think that most people would want to ask for a referral considering that it's free business. If you did a good job, then they should want to give you free work, essentially, or help out build up your business. So I think this is something that a lot of people underutilize, and you guys could definitely try to utilize this and maybe even create some type of discount service. I know No Bugs, for instance, they created a system where they were just cheaper than the whole competition. Your average place charges $150 per month, and they were able to get it down to about $36 a month. And that was through logistics. I mean, the guy's an absolute genius, but that's just some ideas on how you could consider doing this. So on to point number 5. Highlight pest concerns during peak seasons to increase sales with seasonal promotions. So we're in May right now. This is season. This is bug season. Spring is when bugs just happen more. And that usually means demand increases. And thus along with that, so does your advertising increase. Why does that mean that? Well, it's because if everyone else is starting to increase their advertising, it's going to be a lot harder for you to start landing certain types of jobs. So it's very important for you to start considering these other forms of marketing so that when your season does hit, like right now, you can generate more leads. Another point I'd like to add to this is that a lot of people don't really think about what happens when the season isn't around. Well, a lot of advertisers kind of go like this up during the on season, But then during the off season, you see it start to go back down like this. And if it's going back down and there's a lack of advertisers in your area, that means it's actually one of the best times to advertise, even during off season. And the people don't even think about that because it's all about supply and demand. If there's less advertisers, but the amount of advertisers decreased to larger than the number of people that have demand, so demand goes down, but not as much as supply of advertisers go down, you'll be able to make a really good profit. So anyways, that brings us on to the next point, which is build brand credibility and foster relationships by sponsoring or participating in community events. So what is community events? It could be your chamber. It could be BNI meetings. People need to get involved in the community nowadays. Everyone wants to kind of just be online. But a lot of people just kind of forget that you want to hire people that you like and you want to promote them to do better among everything else. Within these types of businesses, you'll have your, I don't know, your chamber, or you'll have whatever it is. People want to support you, and relatively, people all think that bugs die the same way. If people think that bugs relatively die the same way, they want to give the business to people who are the most affordable and the people that they like the most. And you could easily be that person that they just like the most. So, highly recommend that you guys get involved within your city. And that brings us on to our next point, which is to Google Ads. Google Ads is where people search up pest control the most because, again, people are mostly indifferent to the service, and it is mainly a consumer-based service that people are mainly Googling online, especially if they don't know anybody. So I'll give you guys an example right here. If we come over, we type in pest control near me. We have Dave's Pest Control, Orkin's Pest and Termite Control, All-Star Pest Control. Then we have some search ads. Then we have some Google My Business profiles. Sometimes you can throw a sponsored ad on here. Let's see if they are actually advertising for this. And they're not actually for Performance Max. Let's click that back button here. I'm going to just click this one more time. So we have some Google Guaranteed. This is called Google Local Service Ads. But no one is running a Google Maps ad in my area. And this is all the way from St. Augustine all the way down to a little bit above Daytona. Like, that is really incredible that nobody wants to advertise just a basic Google My Business profile. Google's a bidding auction. And because no one is bidding in this area, it will be the cheapest. So you guys have a very, very high chance of success. If you go into your Google My Business profile and you say pest control near me, and you don't see any type of sponsored ads like we kind of see right here. There's no sponsored ads whatsoever. So anyways, guys, I hope this helps you. And without further ado, I hope you have a great day, and thank you for watching the video. Bye now.